like the rushing of a mighty wind, like the rushing of a mighty wind.
When you talk about the reparations part, right, and not to get too deep into reparations, but he said, like, the white people excuses that they didn't commit the crime, they didn't commit these acts against black people today, and black people didn't get treated in such fashion as the ancestors did back in that day. But if we being real honest, we all benefited or didn't benefit from something that happened in those days. So this is why when I was having a conversation about DEI, right, is why DEI was so important, is because when you look at it in a real sense, is when you talk about the equity part of it, we're not equal. We're not equal. We're not equal. We don't own everything in America, even though we built it. We don't do none of, we don't have control over institutions, even though we may have founded them. We don't have equal playing field. So that's why equity comes into place, is to balance it out so it can be equal. That's the moral of equity. And that's what we need in the country, because you have a group of people that have been treated so severe in any way in a point in history that no other group has been treated, and all of a sudden they don't want to admit to their guilt. They don't want to admit to their guilt. So now,
you watch the football games today?
Yeah, I watch my Raiders win.
You think there are too many black people on the Raiders?
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
About what percent of the Raiders would you say is black?
I wouldn't even care. I don't care if you black or white on the Raiders. Like, that's not something I look at.
About what percent? About 90% of the NFL is black, right?
Yeah.
And somewhere between 60 to 90% of the Raiders is black.
Oh, if they are, they are. I'm not caring about the race. That's not.
So why don't you care about equity when it comes to football? Why are you okay with that? Why are you okay with it when blacks are 90% in the majority, but when it's flipped around, like you want equity? Why don't you want to see equity in the NFL?
You insinuating that I believe that the NFL should be 90% black people? I don't agree to that. I think that it should be more.
You just said you don't care. I
don't care, but at the end of the day, it's not okay for a whole group of black people to just take over the NFL. That's not where it lands. Okay. Talent is talent. Talent is talent.
So what percent? What do you mean? Talent is talent.
If you good,
so what percent of the NFL should be black?
Hold on. Our two best players are white people. Our two best players on my team are white boys.
If you good, you good. Like, if so, good, as long as you good, you should be able to just play. The numbers shouldn't. You do realize. Hold on.
It's the profession.
You do realize that the people you go to and demand equity, you realize that's what they say. That's their response, right? No, their response is, we're just hiring people on merit. If you good, you good, and we hire you. We don't care about race. We're hiring the best.
That's false. That's just something that they say to you. Let's look at.
So how is it not something you're saying to me?
No, that's what they're saying to you. What I'm saying is this: if you good, you good. If I don't care.
That's what they're saying too. They're like, you're like, I should get into college before that white guy, and they're like, no, the white guy is better than you, and you're like, no, but it shouldn't be like that, and they're like, if you're good, you're good. And you're like, no, it shouldn't be like that. It should be equity. You should hire me, even though I'm not as good. And they're like, no, if you're good, you're good.
The problem is this. The NFL is a multi-billion dollar company, right? It generates all this money to where an NFL player could get paid millions, right? I mean, millions with an S. The thing about it is, at a point in time, there were more white people than black people. So are you saying the NFL is a DEI DEI hires? Are all black people in the NFL are DEI hires? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the NFL needs some DEI policies in place. If there was DEI in the NFL, then there wouldn't be 90% black people in there. There would only be like
But there were
13%.
But there were 90% white people at first. It has nothing to do with race. It just has everything
But
to do
if
with power.
okay, but that's closer to DEI. Like there's white folks is like close to 70% of the population. So they should be about 70% of the NFL. If you're correct about this equity thing, if you're correct and equity is the way we should go, then black people should only be 13% of the NFL, 13% of the NBA, 13% of the police department, 13% of everything should be black. Only 13%.
No, I disagree. I think in my personal opinion, I think it shouldn't even be based on numbers at this point. If you good, you good. Get in. Oh well. But the point
So you
is,
don't agree with DEI?
No. But the point, I do.
So you don't agree with DEI?
I do. But I'm about to explain why I do and I don't at the same time.
You do and you don't.
Both things could be true at one time. What I'm saying is, the reason why I say that is because historically, black people have never been offered a chance into a position of power because the white person feared that we would take over the things that they have control of. So that's why DEI was put into place. Although I don't like people being discriminated against on the basis of their race, color, disability, any other thing, right? I feel DEI is good because it prevents people from being discriminated against. You get what I'm saying? So it works on one hand, and then on the other hand, it doesn't. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh man, I'd be struggling trying to understand your points, Dax.
I'm just saying both things are true. Like, yes, DEI is actually bad, but then it's actually good because, and I say it's good because that's coming from a subjective point of view. Because I am a black man, and I see these racist institutions aren't outright seen. This shit is like dead in a metaphysical way. You know what I mean? If you want to hire somebody of your own kind, your own people, that's your right. You could do that.
Sounds like, in your view, Dex, it sounds like DEI is good when it benefits Dex, and it's bad when it doesn't benefit Dex. It's good when it doesn't benefit white folks, and it's bad when it benefits white folks. Like, that just seems to be your view on DEI.
No, but you missed. I just told you flat out that it's good and it's bad.
And I know it's good when it benefits you and bad when it doesn't benefit you. It's good when it benefits black folks. It's bad when it benefits white folks. It's good and bad.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying, bro.
That's not what I'm saying. You forget. You're forgetting the core reason of what I just said. The core reason of why I said it's good and it's bad is because I'm a black man in America, and we have seen institutions deny us of access to things because they don't want us to take over what they control. That's what I'm saying. The DEI is a threat to their resources and their property. You know what I'm saying? It's a threat to them. You know that, and it's also bad because now we have to discriminate once we get in a position of power because, you know what I mean? The same reasons. That's all I'm saying.
I got you, boss. I got you.
But DEI is just confusing because a lot of people don't even understand what it means. A lot of people are just talking about it because it's just a good talking point to talk about. That's all it is. All it means is diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's just to protect people living rights. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, but I do think that the Supreme Court is gonna soon rule it to be as unconstitutional as affirmative action.
But how is it unconstitutional though?
Because it's preference based on race.
It's not based on race. You know, white people actually, white women actually benefit more from it than black people.
Well, you know, it has its categories where it seeks equity.
Diversity
right?
can also
It
mean
has. It has. Hang
disability.
on. Let me just say this. It has different aspects where it's looking for equity. It's looking for racial equity, gender equity, sexual orientation equity. You know, so it wants equity in a bunch of different aspects, and one of those is definitely racial. So
What
it's
about white
looking
women?
for.
What
So it
about white
wants for people. I said it had gender. That's based on gender.
I
White
know
women get in under the gender equity piece. But
exactly. So it's not just
hold on, Dex. It definitely is based on race as well, and it demands that people be hired because of their race, and because of that reason, it's going to be found unconstitutional,
Hold
because
on.
that's why affirmative action was found unconstitutional.
No, but you saying gender, right? You agree to that, right? But if more people are, if it's more people actually using it based on gender rather than race, then it's really not for race. It's about gender. White women.
But even then, if it's based on gender, it's still going to be found unconstitutional,
I get that, but
because you can't be making preferences based on gender. You can't,
Y'all can't make it seem like it's just for black people and black people only.
bro. The main point I'm making, Dex. The main point I'm making is it's going to be found unconstitutional, and I said to you it's going to be found unconstitutional because it bases preferences on race, and then you're saying to me it also has preferences based on gender, and I'm like, okay, then that's another reason why it's going to be found unconstitutional.
It's not,
but it's going to be found unconstitutional.
It's not used to discriminate. It's not used to discriminate.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. It's not used to discriminate. If it's not used to discriminate, because if you have, let's say the whole world only has 100,000 golden nuggets, right? And you have 50,000 of them, and I only have 2, then I would put in a DEI initiative so you can have some way of spreading the wealth. This is how we keep the country rolling. This is how we keep the country rolling.
No, that's not how we keep the country rolling. The way we keep the country,
it's not just used as a discrimination tool. It's
the way
we protect people from human ability rights. If you're disabled and you can't find work because you're disabled, and they have a right to discriminate against you because you're disabled, then that's discriminatory. So that's why they put in DEI, so that you won't get discriminated against, so that you will get a job.
Yeah, well, you know, what keeps this country running is what is written in the Constitution. And DEI has been found, or will be found, to be unconstitutional.
What I just said flew right over your head.
It's irrelevant.
No, you're going to get discriminated against whether DEI exists or not. That's the problem. So just because DEI
what's the remedy? Bring in DEI to do even more discrimination?
It's not doing more discrimination. Discrimination. You're going to get discriminated against regardless.
So why would the government then come in and start discriminating?
They're not discriminating. It's not a tool used to discriminate.
DEI is a discrimination tool.
So if hold on, I just gave you a hypothetical. If you're disabled, right, and you cannot work, and nobody will hire you because DEI is not in place, right? So they're discriminating against you because you're not physically able to do security, right? Or a job like that they discriminate you, like, oh, no, I'm gonna roll with the dude that got actual legs, and you can't walk.
If you're physically not able to do the work, they're not discriminating against you.
That's discrimination. That's still discrimination. When you put in the DEI initiative, it's not being discriminated. It's getting.
I'm discriminating against a guy with no arms if I don't put him on a baseball team
Yes.
and put him out there to be the
Hold on,
crazy.
hold on. You know how crazy you sound? You know how crazy you sound?
You must be you hold on. So you're telling me that DEI would demand that I put a guy with no arms on my baseball team?
So hold on.
Is that what you're telling me? Because if that's what you're telling me, DEI is bullshit, bro. Then how do you not see that this is bullshit? How do you not see his foolishness?
Why can't he be on the team?
Because he can't catch. He can't hit he can't hold a bat.
How you know he can't catch?
How you gonna catch with his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, Negro said yeah.
He can catch.
He could catch with his mouth.
He just as qualified as everybody else.
I wonder why more catchers don't be catching with their mouth. Maybe they just don't know.
Put the glove in his mouth. He could put the glove
in his mouth.
Yes. It's people that can actually do things like that. It's people that ain't got no arms that can play the video game better than me. It's people out there that can do that.
You a funny dude, bro.
It sounds funny, but you can go look these things up. It's people that ain't got no arms and they could put on clothes better than you. They could play a video game better than you. Bro, it's people out there that got this talent. I know. I was just looking at the show Helen. It's a blind dude that know how to roller skate better than me. He's blind. He blind. His mom told him don't let nobody ever tell you that you can't do this.
So every baseball team should have a black guy with no arms, white guy with no legs, a blind Asian, a mute Indian.
Hold on,
right?
Let me put it to you like this.
A gay guy.
It's people.
A gay guy with no sense of smell.
Wouldn't the NFL be just as good as golf if you had disabled people playing it? Like if you had a dude in a wheelchair rolling down the goddamn court with LeBron James, wouldn't that be way more interesting to watch rather than to just watch a whole bunch of tall people that don't have all the same talent?
Wait. What would be more interesting to watch?
A dude rolling down the court in a wheelchair with LeBron James.
With LeBron James. You'd rather see LeBron James play basketball against a guy in a wheelchair than LeBron James play basketball against Kevin Durant. You'd rather see LeBron against the
that would be way more entertaining.
That'll be way more entertaining, he said. Yo, Dex, you are a funny dude, bro.
It's funny, but it's not bad to watch. Like what about
you trolling me, yo, Dex? Are you trolling me, bro?
I'm not trolling, I'm dead serious.
You trolling, bro. Stop trolling me, man.
Dude, I'm dead serious. That would be a highlight reel. If a dude is rolling down in a wheelchair and just throw LeBron an alley-oop and he just dunk it like that would be way. Look at the ratings are going down.
You ever watch the basketball? You ever watch a handicap basketball league?
Yeah,
a league where they play in wheelchair. You watched that before?
Yeah, I watched that before for sure.
And you've seen people play that you think, yo, they should be in the NBA.
Yeah, some of them know how to shoot real good, just as much.
And you think they should be in the NBA?
Everybody should have equal opportunity to do what they want. Why not?
I mean, bro.
But it sounds crazy, but let's be realistic. If we did see stuff like that, it would be actually a good sport. Golf. You got golf. You got people that actually fucking tear their Achilles and 80-year-old men out there playing. But if 80-year-old men were to be in the NBA, you would be like, bro, I'm not that much interested in it. No, it would be actually more interesting that old men are playing in the NBA. It sounds bad, but it happens in golf.
Dex, you sound crazy, bro.
I sound crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people would agree with me. That ain't so crazy if a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people would agree with me. because you kind of agree with me. That's why you laugh.
You think I kind of agree with you?
you know that would be interesting to see. So that wouldn't be entertaining to see a dude rolling down in a wheelchair throwing an alley-oop to LeBron James and him dunking it.
About as interesting as going to a freak show. Like, you know, when you go to these shows to look at freaks, dudes, like, I mean, interesting like that. But for me to really be excited about it and be like, oh man,
Hold on.
this guy in a wheelchair got a real shot against LeBron. I'll be like, what the hell? What am I looking at right now?
Okay, I got a question. So if like the blind dude I was just telling you, right? If he knew how to roller skate better than me, right? Would you bet on him or me? He's blind though, but I can understand what's going on. Who would you put your money on?
A blind guy or you in roller skating?
Yeah.
I'd have to see this blind guy roller skating.
Go look it up. It's called Helen. I think it's Ellen. Ellen, the TV.
Oh man.
Yeah, she. You go on YouTube, just look it up. Blind dude on Ellen, and he know how to roller skate, play basketball, do all that. He blind.
Yo, you got to point me to the wheelchair basketball player that came on Ellen that was just dunking all over the place.
I'm not saying that he could dunk. It just would be more entertaining. That's the point of DEI. It's for people like women. Like if women were to play fucking padded football, since they want to be equal righted, would that be entertaining to us? Hell yeah.
So black people, so black people and women being hired in DEI is like a handicapped person playing in the NBA.
Hell yeah, it would be entertaining. It's all entertaining. It would just, and it's not just correlating. Hiring
a black person for your company is like hiring a handicap to play in the NBA.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
It
giving you.
sounds like that's what you said.
I gave you a hypothetical. That's what I was giving you. I was giving you a hypothetical. I'm not, but yeah.
Yo.
But it would be the same thing for white people. Black people hiring the white people would be the same thing. So it's not no different. Shit. It's not no different. It's all equity. It would be all considered equity.
Well, I don't know how entertaining that game would be. But I know I've been entertained tonight with this line of arguing. You've been arguing.
But that was my whole point. My whole point
You
was,
are a funny man.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
Tell the youth them to be strong. You can't tell the youth them to preach wrongs. While you trod it on these lands, just remember every man is equal. Yeah. Each one, and a Father God, him a the only done. So make we reason. Smoke trees, span the ends, all the deep meds. Take a look at life, and don't close your eyes. Sometimes things happen and it's no surprise. And I just, so it go. It's the government, no have no heart, them no care about poor people. Yeah, bigger heads no love people again. Them more than little of them. Me see friends now reason again. Vex through whistle a blame. More time it hurt me if you see how the face. Deal with the eagle of them. Regular me see it a pain. Take a look at life and don't close your eyes. Sometimes things happen and it's no surprise. And I just, so it go. It's the government, no have no heart, them no care about poor people. Social commentary. Drop that one, your principle, you don't know. The global will come and do it. Some people life every day, it's stress. The high price from JPS, that topic is currently. Jah alone, him a go help you. We need food, cause we no healthy. We a feel the pain, beg you protect we. In our life, we have no envy. Take a look at life and don't close your eyes. Sometimes things happen and it's no surprise. And I just so it go, so it go, so it go, so it go. It's the government, no have no heart, them no care about poor people.